Hi, it's Phil from DDL again. Going to go through a couple of things today. We're going to go through a submersible pump and a puddle pump. You sort of say, well, what's the difference? We'll work about as we go through. Obviously, using these items, it's electrical. Obviously, this particular model is 110. They do 240 versions, but we're going to go for safety first, work off, we go through onwards. So, basically, our first thing we're going to check on with our machines. Obviously, depending on the application and what you're doing, advisable to wear yourself, especially obviously in building sites, you will require a hard hat. That's pretty standard regardless. And because of this is water pressure, pair of eye protections at least. Okay. We're going to check first. Before we even think about plugging this into anything, you've got to make sure that it's safe. So what we're going to do is a manual feel of the cable. I'll go against this one, it'll be a little bit easier for you. And the reason you feel the cable is because the eye can't see what the fingers can feel. Let's quickly unwind this bit. So basically what you're going to do is go through the cable before you use it with the finger touch. Checking visual first, making sure this is sealed. It's really important there's no cracks or cuts or anything to that cable. Bear in mind this is going underwater. So with that, big risk of electrocution if you're not careful. So we're going to check the cable. So basically what it is a gentle feel down the full length of the cable to feel any nicks or cuts or anything you feel is a bit uncertain of it, whether it could be a break in the cable that should cause a problem. Once you've gone down the full length for that, then you're feeling happy with that, then we can progress to put it into the main socket. Again, both units are the same. Both electrical, both need to be tested and checked for it. So this particular model, this is our 2-inch submersible pump. Now you're going to go, what's the difference between a submersible and a puddle pump? Very simple. A 2-inch submersible pump will suck down to 2 inches. Now, before using this one, it's advisable to make sure, because it also draws through the bottom, that it's not got any mud blocking it or leaves or anything like that. When putting it into a trench, it's recommended you put a couple of bricks down and let it sit on that to suck up, rather than straight onto the bottom of the trench. So basically with your garden machine, this has got a rope to provide for lifting down into deep holes and stuff to stop the stretch of the cable. Place it down into the hole, making sure your hose is connected via here, obviously going off to the length you require with a Jubilee clip. Run your cable out, plug it into your power source, switch it on. It will then automatically start pumping. That's that particular model. The next one we're going to look at is what they call a puddle pump. Difference is, this one doesn't have any suction from the bottom, it is straight from the bottom. So this will suck to near nothingness. So if you've got like a little park or an area with a excess water on a car park, this will suck it down to zero in theory. This is the better machine for that. Okay, but because it draws from the bottom, there is more of a chance of it clogging. So simple side of it is, against a 2-inch pump, so the thing you've got to do with this one is plug your hose in. Before you plug your hose in, this one needs to be primed with water. Very important. So get yourself a container of water, pour it into here until it starts to overfill a bit. Very important that you prime it first, because it will not work otherwise. It needs that priming to start off with. Hose on, run it through, and again, plug it into your mains machine, then switch yourself on. If you feel for any reason that it's not drawing any floor off, switch the mains off, go and check just to make sure you're not blocked in any shape or form. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit on just 2 of our submersible pumps.